In our continuous effort to help the world mitigate global warming, we thought of a solution, a thermal energy storage system that provides efficient electricity usage for high electricity demand applications such as air conditioners. The use of air conditioners in residential, commercial, and industrial application have increased throughout the years, and we thought of making this excessive use of air conditioners to be at its maximum efficiency. That's why our innovation is centered in improving the process and output of air conditioners, as well as reduce the cost of operation, reduce the emission of pollutants, and save energy. With that said, we are here to present to you our innovation with hopes in making this project possible. Thermal energy storage systems has been around since 1982 and found its way to several applications in HVAC and our industry. Our objective for this project is to provide a unique solution in solving the problems in peak load management, high cost of electricity, and aid in mitigating climate change. We are considering your company, the Carrier Corporation, to help us develop this innovation since you are the biggest manufacturer of air conditioning system in the country. What is the problem? The problem is about peak load management. As a consumer, we are actually paying for two things: the actual amount of energy that we consume and the amount of energy that needs to be available in order to sustain our current peak load demand. Air conditioning load is one of the largest contributor in electrical grid stress, and in order to sustain this its energy demand, we resort in using carbon-intensive power-generating power plants that produces a lot of pollution. With proper peak load management, we would be able to reduce the cost of electricity as well as increase the utilization factor of these power-generating infrastructures. So how will the innovation help solve the problem? Our innovation will assess the issue regarding peak load management and will reduce the carbon emissions by using thermal energy storage systems that will shift the air conditioning load from peak hour to off-peak hour, resulting in a more evenly distributed electricity load, and will significantly reduce the cost of electricity.
So what can we get from this innovation? A power shifting asset, the innovation is more efficient, reliable, and cost-effective. That helps not only to solve the problem of peak load management, but also to consumers like us, which makes the air conditioning process a go-to option whenever summer is coming. Next is the reduced cost, which is brought about by two factors. First is that with the innovation, the air conditioner will make use of the ice to cool the refrigerant instead of utilizing its own compressor. Second is that the system will make use of off-peak hour electricity rates, which is about 50% cheaper of normal electricity rates, therefore reducing the overall electricity cost. Next is the innovation is durable. Made with quality materials and equipment, the innovation is able to withstand all weather conditions as it is placed outside. Also, it is designed to last for 20 years with proper maintenance. Fourth is that the innovation is designed to be integrated into both old and new air conditioning systems. So there's no need to worry if you have an old or newly installed air conditioning system, as both can be applied with this application. And then next is that with our innovation, it can give your company the competitive advantage over other companies in the HVAC and our industry. Now, this will also allow your company to take market share from other competitors, as the thermal energy storage system will be a center of attraction for both the investors and the end users for cooling application. So how does our innovation works? The thermal energy storage system turns a power guzzling air conditioner into a more efficient hybrid, which consumes less energy during the peak of the day. Now, much like of a hybrid car which uses a battery to increase the efficiency, the thermal energy storage system adds a battery to the air conditioner, except this one's cooler because it's made out of ice. And what's really cool is that this innovation is compatible with commercial air conditioners in both old and new application. Now, the operation is automatic and simple. The energy storage system stores energy at night and delivers the stored energy during the peak of the day. The ice energy storage integrates with the existing air conditioner by adding a new ice evaporator coil to the unit. The ice energy storage system operates into two basic modes, ice cooling and ice charging. Now at night, the ice charging mode is activated. A self-contained ice charging system freezes the water in the insulated tank, which in effect stores electrical energy in the form of ice. As the daytime temperature rises, the power consumption for air conditioning rises along with it, thus pushing the power grid to the peak demand level. Now, it is during this peak window that the thermal energy storage takes over and the power gasoline compressor of the air conditioner shuts down. Fully charged from the night before, the ice energy storage system switches into cooling mode. A small, highly efficient pump pushes the ice-cooled refrigerant through the evaporator coil that was seamlessly attached to the air conditioner. As the warm air is blown across the evaporator coil, the ice-cooled refrigerant absorbs its heat. Now, the cooled air continues on its path on the way to the building while the hot refrigerant travels back to the ice energy storage. The cooling cycle lasts for up to 12 hours while the ice slowly melts. And when the ice is fully melted, the ice energy storage system transfers back the job of cooling to the air conditioner to provide cooling as needed until the next day. Now during the cool of the night, the ice charge mode is activated and the entire cycle begins again. Now utilities can aggregate an entire fleet of ice energy storage through two-way smart solutions to permanently shift hundreds of megawatts of power. Now for the design of a single unit of this innovation, it will be configured with a capacity of 20 tons of refrigeration. Now this thermal energy storage system will be integrated into a centralized air conditioning system. It will be encased in a cube-shaped metal body, silver in color, and has a polished surface finish. Now the unit has a length of 4 meters, a width of 2.5 meters, and a height of 2 meters. Now with its capacity of 20 tons of refrigeration, it will be enough to cool a room with a size of 800 cubic meters. Now this ice thermal energy storage system has a capacity to hold 20,000 kilograms of ice, and the single unit is composed of the following parts: the reciprocating compressor, the metal enclosure, the insulation, the evaporator coils, fan, control unit, mixing chamber, expansion valve, blower, refrigerant filter, fins, heat exchanger, and the variable frequency pump. Now these are the following parts that was mentioned. This is the evaporator coils, the insulation, the expansion valve, the fan, the fins, the control unit, the variable frequency pump, the filter dryer, the reciprocating compressor, the metal enclosure of course, and the refrigerant, which makes all of these processes possible.
The schedule of the implementation of our innovation is shown. The first activity is the assessment of the AC unit, followed by the assessment of the building. These activities will be executed first on week 1. Now, for the integration of the innovation to the AC unit and the implementation of the innovation is performed after week 1. And for the dry run of the operation, evaluation of the unit's efficiency, test for the effectiveness of the innovation, all are executed during week 3 at the same time. Now, for the calculation of the saved cost, it is done last. Now, for the utilization of the innovation, starts by week 4 until the end of the assessment and will continue after for the end users. Same applies for the maintenance. A great asset that it is, of course, we should also consider the cost. Here, the breakdown of the cost. As we can see, it all sums up to 169,800 pesos. As for the services, we look into the program design services for the control unit. It also sums up to 50,000 pesos. Here, it should be noted that this is only for a one-time payment. The thermal energy storage systems can be applied in many sectors where air conditioning units are implemented. For residential applications, the configuration of units is suited to a single household where it has a capacity of 5 to 10 tons of refrigeration, which can easily cool a 2-story house. The unit can also be installed on the rooftop or on the ground. Now, for the commercial and large-scale applications, the thermal energy storage systems are integrated into one another, forming one big network. And they have a capacity of 20 to 40 tons of refrigeration. Since it is higher because larger scale of controlled environment is subjected to cooling. Now, for the pre-existing or new air conditioning units, a new filter is installed that acts as an evaporator coil for the secondary refrigerant. And as the thermal energy storage system is initiated for the cooling process, the compressors will shut off, and this is where the thermal energy storage takes place and performs its function. In this generation, the world is moving towards energy sustainability. The thermal energy storage system can help cut the cost of energy consumption and reduce your electricity bills. I believe that energy efficiency is the wave of our future, and furthermore, energy efficiency is living healthier or having a comfortable life without harming the environment. Our partnership will also greatly help the world prevent or minimize the effect of global warming. Even in our smaller ways, we could reduce the effect of the global warming, but it will generate big effect if we work all together. And the great option would be the thermal energy storage for this plant. For your benefit, we will not just help save the environment and cut the energy consumption, but also you will be praised by the customers by your amazing product and comfort without the need to pay of a higher cost.